Hello, my name is Austin Schuler, and I will be discussing the volcano Krakatoa that erupted in 1883. Krakatoa is located in the Indonesian island arc in the Sunda Strait. On April 26, 1883, Krakatoa decided it was time and erupted, causing lots of destruction and releasing large amounts of ash, magma, and debris. This powerful eruption was a result of the subduction of the Indo-Australian tectonic plate as it moved north towards mainland Asia. As the dense oceanic plate forced itself below the continental plate, pressure built and eventually it had to be expelled. This eruption did not just happen as a surprise, however. There were some very obvious warning signs leading up to its destruction. A couple of months before the eruption, the volcano started to smoke. Sightseeing boats began observing the smoke, and many of the tribes in the area celebrated the natural fireworks that were visible at night. Leading up to the explosion was much celebration and ignorant bliss. That bliss all ended on August 26, 1883, as it was time for Krakatoa to erupt. This volcano erupted with a tremendous amount of force. It is estimated that the volcano had the explosive force of 200 megatons of TNT. For comparison, the explosion of Krakatoa was 4 times as powerful as the Tsar bomb that Russia dropped in 1961. This eruption was given a rating of 6 on the Volcanic Explosion Index. This explosion was so large that every barograph around the world picked up the passage of the airwaves, and there are some reports that even state the airwaves circled the globe 7 times. This volcanic eruption ended up killing over 36,000 people and destroying 165 coastal villages. Many of the casualties were due to the thermal exposure from the explosion. However, a large majority of the deaths were a result of the massive tsunamis that the eruption created. The waves from the tsunamis were 40 feet tall, and they had enough force to displace 600-ton coral blocks, leading to an additional loss of sea habitat and life. Krakatoa also had a long-term impact on the environment. It spewed an estimated 45 cubic kilometers of ash and debris into the stratosphere, which stayed there for 5 years. Due to the high albedo of the ash in the sky, the temperature of Earth was cooler by 1.2 degrees Celsius. This cooler period lasted for the next 5 years. The ash in the sky created a very unusual red sunset around the world. It was so unusual that for a few months following the eruption, big cities like New York had many false fire reports because people thought the buildings were on fire when they saw the sunset. There are also theories that exist that state Munch got some of his inspiration for his iconic painting, The Scream, from these vibrant red sunsets. This eruption not only destroyed villages and ecosystems, but it also partially destroyed itself. Before the eruption, Krakatoa was approximately 9 by 5 square kilometers. After the eruption, only about 1/3 of the volcano remained above water. Finally, this volcanic eruption affected all 4 of Earth's systems. It spewed lots of ash and debris into the atmosphere, which caused global cooling. This cooling then impacted the productivity of plants in the biosphere. Also, with cooler temperatures on Earth, the hydrosphere was affected because there was less precipitation than normal. And finally, it impacted the geosphere by expelling large amounts of magma and creating many new rocks and islands. And that is the story of Krakatoa's famous eruption in 1883. Thank you.